Hey, what's up, Internet? This is Clinton Davis, and I've come prepared. Do you ever see a snippet of something so stupid that you think, I just should not look at the full version of that, but then you eventually do because you hate yourself so much? Well, this is a perfect example of that. So, believe it or not, Donald Trump actually has Hispanic surrogates, and their purpose is to reach out to Hispanics who would be turned off by Trump. I can't imagine why. And by spreading these kind of self-hating messages, and if you've ever heard anyone talking about taco trucks on every corner this past week, here's why.
And I'm going to start with you first, Marco, because you are one of the Hispanic advisors who has not left the organization. We're hearing that as many as 15, as many as half the members of that group are walking away. You recall that autopsy, I'm sure, in 2012, when Republicans spent a lot of money to do the research to decide that they could not afford to do as poorly with Hispanic voters as Mitt Romney did. Do you feel that Donald Trump, regardless of whether or not you still are on his team, is hurting the Republican Party's ability to win the election and long-term to grow its numbers among Hispanics?
No, I don't think so. I think my friends, we stand with Donald Trump. There's a lot of Hispanics that are in the closet because of the violent criticism of the left, but they support Donald Trump.
Okay, so no, that's not actually why they're talking about it. He goes on further. Unlike her colleagues, Ann Reid actually asks follow-up questions, so let's enter the Twilight Zone, guys.
Forgetting your friends aside, it seems that overall, Hispanics are rejecting Donald Trump in huge numbers. Can you refute that?
Yes, because the polls are done in two blocks. You have the born citizens here, and then you have me. Like I was born and raised in Mexico. My section, it's more against Donald Trump because of the relationship that they have with the unlawful immigrant, illegal or undocumented, however you want to call it. But you have the natural borns that are more in the 40-something%.
That's actually, you have no, I mean, you have to present some sort of a name of a poll because there's actually no numbers or research to support what you just said. You just gave us a number out of whole cloth.
God, she's fantastic. Who else in the mainstream media asks follow-up questions like that? She's going to talk to a guy more reasonable like that, but I'm not here to talk about reasonable people because that doesn't get views, does it? And I already am only getting like 10 a video, so. But what he said is actually factually incorrect. Not only in the sense that Ann Reid pointed out, but also in the sense that in American presidential election polling, the polling is not split between American-born Hispanics and immigrant Hispanics. It's not made like that. That's just not how polling works in this country. If I really wanted to make an argument for Hillary Clinton, I could say that American moderate Muslims hate her, but Islamic terrorists love her. And you know, I can do that, but it's factually untrue. Oh shit, I can already see the Republicans using that. Well, let's hope my channel skyrockets in views in the next couple days so they can start using that, and then I can cover that, because that would be comedy gold. I'd be basically creating material for myself to cover.
And Marco, you know, I've heard this Trump moment described as a Barry Goldwater moment, which is, of course, the tipping point when African Americans became so identified with the Democratic Party that essentially it became almost impossible for Republicans to win more than 10% of them. I've heard it described as a Prop 187 moment when the California law that went after undocumented migrants there really harmed the Republican Party. It's never recovered. Are you not at all concerned that Donald Trump is so alienating people with his tone last night, that yelling into the prompter speech, and just the tone toward undocumented migrants, toward immigrants in this country, that you are now facing a Barry Goldwater moment for your party?
Yes, but you know, Donald Trump is a genius of delivering a message, and yes, it was a tough message to deliver, but he did it. He did it in a way that's showing us that we have a problem, and the needs of the many outweighs the needs of the few, and different times, different problems. Yes, indeed, there's a lot of people, my colleague here would not be here, but we need to understand that this is a different time, and we're having problems here. We need to reform.
What problems are you talking about?
My culture is a very dominant culture. And it's imposing, and it's causing problems. If you don't do something about it, you're going to have taco trucks every corner.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I have to let Adriano in here.
I don't know.
I don't even know what that means, and I'm almost afraid to ask.
And that is why everyone is talking about taco trucks on every corner. You saw it for yourself. The funniest part about this is people in the mainstream media like Joy Ann Reid interview kooks like this all day, and somehow even this guy got to her. She was freaking out at what he said. She didn't even know how to handle it. When someone says something like that on your news show, it's just fucking insane. And he says taco trucks on every corner as if that's gonna make someone decide to vote for Trump. Like who's like, all right, I don't want to eat taco trucks on every corner. I think I'm gonna have to vote for Trump. Who hates tacos that much? Who's gonna vote for Trump on his anti-taco truck policy? Nobody. That's how I always decide on who to vote for, who has a strong anti-taco stance. And I want to make that very clear that I'm very anti-taco. I'm not racist, I'm not anti-Mexican, just anti-taco. Burritos, they're okay. Hey man, did you hear about Trump? No, what did he do? He's taking a huge stand on Mexican food. You mean Mexicans? Well, that too, but also just the food. You know, if Hillary Clinton is elected, we're going to have taco trucks on every corner. No, I don't think that's true. Well, yeah, it is. And if Donald Trump is elected, we won't. Oh, well then, let's make America great again. The fact that anybody would think this would be a bad thing is one thing. But another whole nother bandwagon is that a person of a certain ethnicity has been trained to hate their own ethnicity by the current state that a party is in. This just shows how much vitriol is left in this election and how much farther we need to go in America as far as racism. Donald Trump has truly brought out the bigot in a lot of people, and it is disgusting. When does this stop being a joke? I'm honestly thinking that I'm going to wake up one day and find out this never happened. Donald Trump never ran for president. This is just a weird time. We're making jokes about it because, you know, it's all you can do when this is actually a man who could win the presidency. And it's actually kind of scary. So that's really all I have to say about that. If you like this video, please like it. If you like this video so much that you want to see more like it, please subscribe. And if you feel like you have something you can add to the conversation, please comment down below. And if you also don't think I was very on point on this video, you can comment down below for that too. It can also be utilized in that respect. And of course, as always, if you're still watching this video, I love you more than my emotionally detached personality will allow me to express, and that frustrates me deeply.